Tom, and I have got a round 2 model review for you. Let's open up this box and see what we get here. It's definitely a full kit. A lot of boxes you open, there's a lot of empty space. Sheet of silver, big piece of clear, semi-conical, bunch of very small pieces of more clear. Looks like a moon rock as far as the base goes. A few bits of other sprue in there. Fourth bag looks like a lot of the major big body parts, another of the smaller, and finally looks like a lot of repeat pieces in here. So we got 6 bags total. Big booklet for the instructions. Some advertising from round 2. Small sheet of decals. And it looks like some iron-on patches. So let's take a look at the decal sheet first. It's about a 4x4 square, just about in that range. Packed with just about everything you can probably name. Let's take a closer look here. Just about all of this writing is legible. And if my glasses were a little more powerful, I'm sure I could make out some of the smaller font. Theoretical mission patch. So as far as the rest of the paperwork goes, we got some fairly standard stuff. Some promotional material for round 2's current line of kits. Doesn't look like there's any sneak previews in here. An invitation to sign up to their mailing list. Then going back to the original kit, this is an iron-on, which goes on to just about any cotton t-shirt you like. Definitely an interesting piece of novelty there. Over here is a booklet of the proposed use of this theoretical craft. It's got mission outlines, descriptions, and various notes on how everything could work if NASA actually made it. One of the last paragraphs in here states that the Pilgrim Observer has been fictionally worked into the actual NASA space program for the 1970-1980 time period. The mission profile is of the interplanetary flight to Mars, Venus, and return, and it could be carried out. Supposedly the Nerva nuclear rocket engine was undergoing actual tests in Nevada. So that's definitely some interesting stuff. And Earth to Mars, 48 days, nice. Definitely a good bit of reading right here, I'm sure. And over here, so the instruction sheets are pretty much industry standard. This is an 11-page booklet, so there ain't nothing small about it. Everything looks to be fairly straightforward overall. Everything is definitely well laid out, clear, and what seems to be fairly concise. Lots of little pieces. That's really nice. And a couple of different ways to display it. This is fairly informative here as to how it all would go together, or rather come apart, once it were in orbit. I don't particularly see any painting instructions. Painted to the discretion of the modeler. Well, that's nice and simple and says it all, certainly. Let's take a look at the kit. So as you can see, what we have here is a veritable treasure trove of small parts. I got to 100 and there's a few more than that, 120, 130 pieces overall it looks like. Just about all of them look to be really nice and sharp. The clear plastic has a lot of really nice small details on it there, as you can see. Engine bells are pretty sharp. A little RCS over here. Reaction control thrusters. Much to my surprise, no two sprue are the same. Typically with a lot of model kits, there's at least 2 or 3 duplicates of sprue, but in this case every one is pretty much unique, and there's a lot of unique parts here, really. I might just pick up 2 or 3 of these just to use in scratch building for other theoretical spaceship designs. A lot of nice parts here. I really like these pieces overall. They really look like they could be used for a lot of different models if you really wanted to. This is in 1/100th scale. Most standard real spaceship models are done in 1/144th. I think the French model company Heller used to make their kits in 1/125th. So overall, I gotta say this is a really good choice for round 2 to repop like this. There are a few folks out there that lament the fact that round 2 has not been producing as many new kits as some other companies. But the fact is, bringing some of these older kits back to life is definitely a service and of great value. My childhood was contemporary to the release of this model, and I only just heard about it a few months ago when round 2 said they were going to re-release it, and I'm really glad they did. There's a lot of great parts here. There's a lot of potential. Building the kit up as itself is certainly going to produce a fine looking model, and using any of these number of parts for a scratch build of any kind for your own spaceship, lots of value right here. So hats off to round 2 on this release, and if you're a science fiction fan, because this is definitely belongs in the realm of science fiction rather than reality, pick one up. It's a nice little piece. Thanks for watching. See ya.